Good afternoon, morning, whatever it may be. I'm Louis Amistoy. I have a job here at Bakersfield, California. Something. I don't know what it is. Griffith might have words about it. Joined by Steve Hughes of Kern County Raceway Park.
Howdy.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, man.
I couldn't quite tell if you were like in Saudi Arabia on Friday or what, but I don't have that video, unfortunately. But
I can't believe it.
Go on Kern Raceway's Facebook page to see Steve Hughes like reporting live from the great dust storm.
Is it Rick Santorum is the Weather Channel guy? You know, like on
Rick Santorum was a former I know who exactly you're talking about. He was a former senator from Pennsylvania.
Okay,
But-
There's a guy on the Weather Network.
the Weather Channel.
Yeah,
The Weather
that's,
Channel.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
who I was trying. I was channeling that person.
That was pretty solid.
Race fans, I don't know if you can hear me. But, that was pretty fun.
That was an intense.
I mean,
intense storm.
Valley Fever. Come on, I'm not worried about
And
that.
the thing about that, with that kind of dust storm, you think you can't protect yourself against Valley Fever.
no,
So you're just going to be there.
America.
There's Mike Griffith over there in the corner. He's grumpy today.
America.
And you shot video on Sunday of the Great America storm that we had that rolled through.
I just out there, shot a little video just of the lightning and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see too many thunder and lightning storms in these
I
parts.
like that.
Much of the country, you see it all the time. Out here, when you get one like that, and you can see it. I was south of town and could see it coming in for miles and miles, and just lightning and real quiet at first, and then the thunder finally came. Not much rain for 10
And
minutes.
what
it was
the
done.
hail?
The hail was
We
incredible.
got no hail out of my spot.
We didn't get any hail on the north.
It was all out
northeast
there,
either.
and it said
Northwest, we got
hail
hail.
around.
We got hail,
Amistoy.
and it sounded like Chris McCullough and I both agree with it. It sounded like a freight train coming down because it was like, what is that noise? Is that the wind? And all of a sudden, kaboom! Big old hail.
Big old hail.
Yeah, very good.
For Bakersfield.
Yeah. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. By the way, we have a question from a reader on Facebook who's really upset about something. She's mad
Yeah,
at
I
you.
think she wants a video
Wants a
for
video.
a kid.
Yeah, you can arrange for that, right? It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I have
Just
to
share it.
send.
Do you address those personally?
We try.
Yeah.
Nice.
We don't
Nice.
have quite we don't quite have your international following yet. Have you looked at your analytics? Where's your audience coming from? All over the world?
Today, it bounces back and forth between women 25 to 35, men 35, 44. Between 20%.
Yeah.
That's my biggest audience, but it'll bounce back and forth
Yeah.
depending on what's going on.
It's pretty interesting to look at that.
It is. That's really cool. I mean, Big Brother, whatever. I get my analytics and it kind of lets me do what I do. But yeah, about
You got 11,000 views on your weather video the other day.
I know, isn't that cool?
That was awesome.
race fans. I don't know if you can. Yeah. Anyway, and I've gotten a bunch of crap over that as well. But and about 85% on mobile devices. So that's where a lot of our focus is gone. Our website has a mobile version. All the information can be found there. So, and a lot of when we kind of launched it. Surprisingly enough, Robbie Sawyer is the one that gave me some great insight on what to do on the mobile version of our website, and it really has worked out. Like putting the schedule right when you click the dirt page, the schedule and the race schedule come up for that weekend.
Right.
When you click the asphalt page, same thing. They're all right there on the mobile version. So we really focus on that on the mobile devices.
People, when they say they don't use their phones and they don't use their social media, that's increasingly it's becoming less and less true because, we told this story before, but I'll share it again. We had 15,000 people reach our content during the March meet from Australia alone.
It's pretty awesome.
It's amazing to see that. And it points to opportunities that we all have to exploit those analytics as well in this business. Okay, Fast Trip is our Motorsports sponsor. By the way, there's a dog in the green room that just walked by.
I just noticed that myself.
One of Lois Henry's herding dogs.
Nice.
Well, the center has a few dogs.
We this is not quite updated yet, but we know that you guys, it probably would have been updated if we've been able to run on Friday. So what's going to happen with the Friday race? Is that going to be made up at some point?
Yeah,
or?
it's going to be made up like 3-4 days from now on
Nice.
Saturday, April 30th.
All right.
And we're adding the A mods.
Oh, very nice.
A lot of open wheel stuff going on out at the Speedway, and we saw an opportunity. What better time than now is to get that going. So we'll have Pro Stocks, A Mods, B Mods, Mod Lights, and Mini Dwarfs this Saturday at the dirt track at KCRP.
Mod Light class.
So, and if you look at this, Wayne Dotson got a win out there at Bakersfield Speedway, so he's got 2 wins now.
So he's getting closer
He's
to
getting closer.
qualifying.
And he doesn't run that often. He just runs a few times. And
These are all from the dirt track at KCRP.
yeah, Jerry Flippo had another win out there. He's
know
already
if-
qualified.
I don't know if anybody can beat him in that Mod Light.
He's
division.
running well.
That's pretty amazing. He's been really dominant so far this season. And then in the running right now, these are a couple guys that actually the Legends was Tyler Bannister. I think got his first win, right?
Yes, he did.
And
First
then
ever career victory.
The milkman.
Milkman
I almost said the
delivered.
mailman. He
Wasn't that a
delivered.
great? Was that a
It
great?
good
The
one.
Milkman
And,
delivers. Yeah.
Buddy Shepard,
Buddy Shepard.
2 late model
row.
wins.
Two in a
2 in a row.
And then going on to our Speedway, Brad Pounds, who's already qualified, Cody Laney, Gary Dutton, Glenn Reichenbach, Michael Scruggs. These guys are all
It's Rickenback.
Rickenbach. Sorry,
Rickenback.
It's Rickenback.
I want to say
Steven
Reichenbach.
Johnson's already in because of the IMCA stock wins.
Yeah,
So
two there.
if we go to the list of whatever happened to the list of who's in,
yeah.
but I don't know where.
I took it out for this.
Oh,
particular
you took that
episode.
out. And
yeah.
Jason Barta,
Yeah.
by the way, he won the ANRA race out at Famoso this weekend. Plus, he had the win in Sacramento on a heritage race, so he's already in.
And
Nice.
And he won.
one of Butch's many grandchildren.
He won a hot rod.
hot rod class there at Auto Club Famoso Raceway for ANRA. These are some of the other ones in the running here for over at the Auto Club Famoso Raceway as well. So that's gonna be our big addition in December, the Fast Trip All Area team, and something that we're very proud of here at the Bakersfield Californian. Double again.
Back to back flip.
He was dominant.
Yeah.
He was good throughout various sections of the race.
Is this
Kevin
the ma-
Harvick was good in the middle of the race,
Right.
and wasn't so good at the end of the race. Carr Edwards was pretty good, with an occasion of a couple little times he wasn't, but was pretty good throughout the race.
Is it turning into the NASCAR Toyota series?
It feels
Maybe.
like it, huh?
Kind of feels like it. Toyota's really starting to dominate. They've won 50% of all short track races since 2012.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's a great stat.
I think I think that's what old Jeff Gordon was saying.
It's incredible.
Yeah, not a bad run for Harvick though. Fifth
No.
at Richmond.
No,
He's always
just-
right there. He's always in the. He's
He,
always in the
he was
contention.
actually had the fastest car for a while, but he said in the interview he just couldn't find the sweet spot again at the end
Right.
of the race.
Good on long runs.
Yeah.
Good on the long runs. Didn't fall off.
Casey Mears was 29th, and then I thought this one was a pretty good result. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's not at Bristol, at Richmond. 11th place, Daryl Earnhardt Jr. won the Xfinity race, and
That was a pretty wild restart to finish that race too.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Ryan Reed is kind of. It's like it's one of those things where you always put into context, Mike, that that it looks like he's kind of stuck, but in reality, he's probably right where he needs to be, right? Or what do you think?
I think so. I mean, when he started this deal, he was the driver with diabetes, right?
Right.
And that's, yes, he has diabetes, and what a great thing that he's overcome, but he's a legit driver. I mean, to compete consistently in the top 10, top 15 in the Xfinity series, I think he's
put it
doing
into
great.
A context is where his teammates and other Fords are finishing
Right.
races. That's what I look at. I want to see where he finishes in relation to his teammates and to the handful of other Fords in the races. And then when you finish 11th in a race at Richmond, short track race with a ton of Cup drivers in it, that's an okay day in the office.
Hey, I know this is always top line for you guys because you're the new kids on the block and trying to build audience yep, there you go. Look at this multitask. It's almost like an improv
Well, you
show
can't
here.
just drop New Kids on the Block without
sorry.
me doing that.
There's a dog. There's a dog
it's-
walking
It's
by.
the same dog. It's not a different
It's a
dog.
herding animal. Look at
Yes,
that.
it is.
It's looking for something to
Looking
do.
for something to chase.
Yeah, it's true.
Run on out there.
I'm
Liz.
telling you, this place is never boring. The Bakersfield, California, never.
It's got character.
Between people flying. Never mind. No, that's another story
Yeah.
altogether. Some of the NASCAR attendance issues this season and some of the ratings issues. Is that going to correct itself, or is there something going on here?
I think it is. Listen, over the last decade, NASCAR tracks have added seats, and now that's kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now they're adding billboards to the seats.
yeah,
Vinyls. Vinyl
Exactly.
wraps.
They are now. They're starting to pull them back. I mean,
Right.
it's it expanded and now it's contracting. I
Right.
mean, it's just a cyclical thing. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. But didn't you feel it was jarring to see though the crowd at Bristol though being as small as it was, even though it's probably 100,000 people there still?
No.
You don't think there was
Bristol
100,000?
seats 160. That place was not nearly half full. 40% tops.
I want you guys to look up.
40,000 people there.
There was an article after the Bristol race. It might have been on NASCAR's Facebook, maybe it was Fox.
Right.
But it talked about the whiners in NASCAR.
Yeah.
How the fans are whining, and we have this great race, and they say, well,
it was a great race at
yeah.
Bristol.
Then they want to talk about, the time it started, and there's not very many people in the seats. I'm concerned about the racing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the fans will take care of itself. NASCAR takes care and listens to their fans.
Right.
What I think is the coolest thing ever is the Xfinity Series running heat races. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Jeff,
okay.
talk about a throwback.
Jeff Gluck liked it a lot. He thought it was.
But the heat races set the lineup. But it's not going to be as Dale Earnhardt Jr. to take the other side of the fence doesn't see the point in them, because the point in heat races is to get to the main, and then if you don't get to the main, then you got to run a B if we go to the short track stuff.
Right.
And nobody's going to be left out in this era of sponsorship.
Sure, but you're trying to improve your starting position, which we saw Ty Dillon do on Saturday. Right. He would have started 13th. He ended up starting on the outside of the front row. Right.
And before we go to break real quick, we had drag racing at Charlotte, which NHRA said was sold out on Saturday, which I didn't see the Saturday stuff. It was not on Sunday. Saturday's always the best day to go 4 wide, which is kind of okay for a once a year type of thing for me.
I think it's cool looking.
It really screws up the drivers. I watched the finals. Those guys get so rattled because of this stuff. People leave before the tree is activated. That happened in the finals.
You did see a lot of red lights. Yeah.
You saw somebody leave way before the tree activated. Then all 3 others cut 3 of the world's worst reaction time lights ever as they sat there going, what the hell just happened? And then left. So that 4 wide really, really messed
But
with
it's
the
cool
drivers.
to look at though. I mean, the videos that we shared was the Courtney Force one in Top Fuel, Brittany Force in Top Fuel. It's just fun to watch.
It's different. I don't think you could sell that and of course tracks aren't. This was a purpose-built 4 wide track.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that how much it just really messes up the drivers in every category. I saw it in pro stock, the motorcycles. It just messes with their minds because they're looking in various areas. Apparently, if you're in the middle, you've got more to look at on who's staged.
But if you look at their helmets, it doesn't matter if it's pro stock categories or fuel categories. They have everything blacked out on their visor, and really that the only place they can look is.
But you know what? They do this.
Yeah.
They're over there looking to see
turning their
who's
head a little
staged.
bit.
Right.
And when you see somebody out of the corner of your eye move real quick, like some left before the tree was activated, and then all 3 just sat there for an eternity. And I think one of the lights was like a half a second.
It's still one of my
reaction time.
favorite NHRA events.
Yeah,
I love
I liked
that
it.
it's live this year. I mean, they're seeing a huge bump in their TV ratings and attendance. I just love that I can get up and don't have to wait till 9 o'clock at night to see the eliminations day, see the finals. I love that it's live, and they really have done a great job. Once the fuel categories are done, that 45 minutes in between to keep it rolling. So
the big question for them will be, can they control the cost in Top Fuel to keep more teams in? With Leah Pritchett, not having a ride all of a sudden.
She's got a ride for
She's got
Houston.
a ride, right? Yeah.
She got a different ride, and she's got the old team back together for a one-off with Quaker State sponsorship at Houston, and she's working to try to find sponsorship. Good luck with that.
Girl power in NHRA drag racing, that's the amazing thing.
And
I think
IndyCar,
that's
the year of the woman.
Best story out there. All right, we're going to take a quick
IndyCar
break.
real quick. Simon
Pagenaud.
Pagenaud
From France.
won at Alabama, 2 straight for Simon.
All right, very good. We'll be right back with more here on Kern County Raceway Park after these messages.